On the cutting edge of societal evolution, Rush Limbaugh serving humanity simply by showing up. At the Value Voters Summit over the weekend, Steve Bannon on Saturday made a speech, an address, and he basically said that this is a season of war against the GOP establishment. And believe me, it was heard. The Wall Street Journal has an editorial, The Antidote to Steve Bannon. And this is going to be one of those rare times where if you read this, you will agree with the Wall Street Journal. Lindsey Grahamnesty, by the way, appears to be coming around. Something has happened. Lindsey Grahamnesty went out and played golf with Trump. And he was stunned at how well Trump plays. He made a joke about, well, the president always wins. But I have played golf with Trump, and he is very good, and there are a lot of rumors out about how he cheats like Bill Clinton cheats. I haven't ever seen it, but who can say? I'm just telling you whether he cheats or not. The guy hits the ball a mile and is good. He can putt. He hits the ball where he's aimed. If you can do that playing golf, you'll be the envy of everybody playing. He hits it far, and he hits it where he's aimed. And he'll shoot 70, 75, 76, which for any amateur, he's 70, 71 years old. Anyway, Lindsey Grahamnesty saw this, was blown away by it. He took Rand Paul out, played golf over the weekend. Rand Paul was blown away by it. Not that it matters to policy or anything. It's just that everybody had heard these rumors. Well, Trump cheats like Bill Clinton cheats. Here's how Clinton cheats. I mean, there's such a thing as a Bill Clinton par. You hit your tee shot out of bounds. So you drop and hit another one. You don't count the first one. Whatever you got on your second tee shot, you count. You just ignore the bad shot. And whenever this happens anytime during the round, miss a putt, do it again. Whenever you're playing with Clinton, you don't call him on it. He's former president of the United States. The Bill Clinton par, it's the evidence of how he cheats. They say Trump does the same thing. Let's listen to a little bit of Bannon and then get some of the reaction. Here he is Saturday, Value Voters Summit in Washington.
This is not my war. This is our war. And you all didn't start it. The establishment started it. But I will tell you one thing. You all are going to finish it. There's a time and season for everything. And right now, it's a season of war against a GOP establishment.
Calls them out by name as he continues.
All of you folks that are so concerned that you're going to get primaried and defeated, there's time for mea culpa. You can come to a stick and condemn Senator Corker. And you can come to a microphone, and you can say, I am not going to vote for Mitch McConnell for majority leader. Now, Senator Barrasso and Senator Fisher and Senator Heller and the other one of you folks, Senator Hatch, if you do that, these are good folks. They may reconsider. But until that time, they're coming for you.
Now, this has the entire Washington establishment in a tizzy. In the first place, since Bannon was chosen by Trump to run his campaign and then to become the chief strategist, they've been the drive-bys, and the Washington establishment have been insane. Because Bannon, to them, is the epitome of what ought not be anywhere near any levers of power. So the other day, Bannon was out making a speech, making comments about this kind of thing, and I analyzed it on this program, and what I said was that it looks to me like Bannon is stepping in and assuming the role the Republican Party used to have, that being opposition to the Democrats. I said, it doesn't seem complicated to me. Bannon's out there working to recruit Republican candidates who, if they win, are actually going to help a Republican president advance his agenda. I said, isn't that what the Republican Party has always thought to be? Republicans and partisan for their own team, instead of working with Democrats on amnesty, trade deals, or what have you. So I said, Bannon's out there, and he's simply fulfilling the role the Republican Party used to have. That comment was played for 2 days straight all over the drive-by media. Dana Bash at CNN. This is a very important point, what Limbaugh is saying here. Now, when I saw that, I said, well, this tells me why they're scared. See, they have succeeded in neutering the Republicans in Washington. But Bannon hasn't been neutered, and Bannon's out trying to recruit other Republicans that actually want to win and defeat Democrats. And the media finds this very troubling. The Washington establishment, this is very, very concerning. And therefore, my pointing out was a very, very important point. I mean, it's one thing if you're the media and the Democrats to think that you have deballed all the Republicans, and then to find out that it may not work. Got to be a come-to-Jesus moment to wonder. Welcome back, my friends. It's great to have you with us. Rush Limbaugh executing assigned host duties flawlessly with zero mistakes here at the Excellence in Broadcasting Network at the Limbaugh Institute for Advanced Conservative, Anti-Leftist, and Anti-Media Studies. Happy to have you here. 800-282-2882 if you want to be on the program. Donald Trump convened a cabinet meeting today at the White House, and he let the drive-bys in and their cameras for a while and had a couple of interesting things to say. One of the questions he got, Mr. President, do you approve of Steve Bannon's war on Mitch McConnell? Do you approve what Steve Bannon said over the weekend? Do you approve of Bannon issuing war in the Republican Party and the Republican establishment? Do you?
Steve is very committed. He's a friend of mine, and he's very committed to getting things passed. I mean, look, I have, despite what the press writes, I have great relationships with actually many senators, but in particular with most Republican senators. But we're not getting the job done. And I'm not going to blame myself, I'll be honest. They are not getting the job done. We've had health care approved, and then you had a surprise vote by John McCain. We've had other things happen, and they're not getting the job done. And I can understand where Steve Bannon's coming from, and I can understand, to be honest with you, I can understand where a lot of people are coming from, because I'm not happy about it, and a lot of people aren't happy about it.
Well, of course not happy with it. I mean, he's being sabotaged, if you will, by members of his own party. Whether it's from gutlessness or whether it's an actual attempt to sabotage Trump and his agenda, which may be a combination of the two. Of course he understands how Bannon feels. Everybody understands how Bannon feels that is dealing with. I understand how Bannon, but saying the same stuff essentially here prior to even Trump getting in the race.